Hey everyone, it's your favorite trader Jazz, and today's video is highly requested. I get this question a lot, and that is, which broker do you choose? And specifically in this video, I'm going to be talking about stock options. So if you're interested in trading stock options and you want to know which broker to choose, then keep on watching. The three brokers that I know about, I'm not going to speak on anything that I don't know, and I'm not going to pull from things that I haven't tried before. All three of the brokers that I'm going to be comparing, I have actually tried myself, and those three are Robinhood, Webull, and TD Ameritrade. So I've traded stock options on all three of those platforms before, so I can speak on all three of those and the comparisons. And then towards the end of this video, I'm going to get into which one I think is best, but ultimately it's going to come down to your personal preference. And when you are looking for which broker to choose, you want to ask yourself a few questions. And there are a few things that will come into consideration when you are trying to decide what is going to be a good broker for you. The first thing you want to look at is the execution quality of the broker. Does this broker have fast and reliable execution? Do they allow you to do limit buy orders and limit sell orders, which enable you the ability to get in at the best price or sell at the best available price? Is their platform reliable, and not just their desktop version, but is their mobile version reliable? 9 times out of 10, you are going to be trading on your phone. Read the reviews, see if they have a lot of bug issues, if they have a lot of crashes going on. Some broker apps are just not up to speed, not up to par with the way that we need them to be as traders. And piggybacking off of that point, you want to make sure that the trading platform that the broker offers is not only fast and reliable, but it needs to be easy to use to you. And so this is going to be personal, but you need to see. So, open up demo accounts on all of the platforms that you're interested in. See how easy it is to get around. Of course, you can watch tutorials on YouTube on how to get around certain platforms, but see if it's easy enough for you to be able to figure out on your own, and something that you're not going to have to constantly be confused about as you carry on your trades. The last thing you want to do is be overwhelmed with your broker's trading platform. It needs to be easy to use and easy to understand. Next, you want to look at the cost and fees of the broker. So some brokers are low cost. You may also hear the term micro fees, and some are standard fees, and some are just downright high fees. So you want to look at how much does your broker charge per contract, paying that price when you buy it and when you sell it. So keep that into consideration. Also see if there is a monthly fee. Also research the customer support and reviews of the actual broker. So see what real people are saying about the customer support. You may not have a problem when you are trading on their platform, but just in case you do, you want to be sure that you are able to get in contact with somebody on the customer support end. The most frustrating thing is when you have an issue and you cannot reach anybody. So you want to make sure that they have a good customer support hotline, whether that's by phone or by email, but you want to make sure that they have open lines of communication with their customers. And then last but not least, when doing your due diligence of choosing a stockbroker, you want to look at the available markets and instruments that broker is allowing you to trade. And not all brokers will allow you to trade stock options. Sometimes you have to have a certain amount of money with them, or you have to have been trading with them for a certain amount of time, or had an account with them for a certain amount of time. So you need to look into the barrier to entry for some of these brokerages and see if you're able to just sign up with an account today and trade stock options tomorrow. Okay, so now let's actually get into the three brokers that I have tried, and I'm going to tell you the pros and the cons that I have experienced with each one of them. First, let's start off with Robinhood. Robinhood is very popular. They did have some issues, and they did get some really negative press back when the AMC and GameStop era was around, and Dogecoin, when kids basically were trading the market like crazy, and Robinhood basically could not afford to pay everybody out at once. Everybody did get paid. They just had to wait a couple hours or maybe overnight, and that freaked people out, because one of the pros with Robinhood is that you're able to cash out immediately once your money has settled. And so I personally use Robinhood the most out of all the three brokers that I'm going to discuss today, and that is one of the reasons. I am able to transfer money into my account with my debit card. It's in there instantly. And then when I close out my trades with a cash account, you have to wait for it to settle. And so my money is settled at the very start of the next trading day, and I'm able to transfer the money out of my Robinhood account back to my debit card in seconds. It's very fast and very easy, and I have not found another broker that is able to transfer money in and out that quickly. I also use Robinhood because it's extremely easy to use. It's very user-friendly. I started on Robinhood, I went elsewhere, but then I ended up coming back home because I just like Robinhood. I like buying and holding on Robinhood. I like day trading on Robinhood. Now, I do not like scalping on Robinhood, and I will go into which one is my favorite to scalp with, but just know I do not like scalping with Robinhood because they do not have a one-click buy and one-click sell option. And what a one-click buy, one-click sell option is, if you can tell by the context clues, is when you're able to get in and out of a trade with one click. And with scalping, you need to be able to do that. With scalping, things are happening very fast, and you're usually using a good amount of money in these trades because you're in and out. You need to be able to get in and out very quickly, secure your profits, or stop your losses very quickly. The process is significantly slowed down with Robinhood. So if you are strictly a scalper, I would not recommend using Robinhood as your primary platform because it's going to take you longer to get in and out of trades. It may just take an extra second and a half, 2 seconds, but that extra second and a half, 2 seconds is a lot when you are scalping. So that is my biggest tip when it comes to using Robinhood. Now, another thing that I love about Robinhood is that they pride themselves and they will say that they are commission free. It's actually not commission free. It is a micro fee. And so now what I like, and if you guys have seen my profit breakdowns and my contract breakdowns, you can see this on those videos that I've done as well. But I really like that Robinhood is now starting to get super transparent with the fees that they take. And so the fee that they take per contract is 3 cents in, 3 cents out. That's how much they charge for commission. 3 cents is not a lot at all, but it is still something. And they used to not disclose that at all. They used to just say it's a micro fee. You didn't know how much it was. You couldn't see it on the contract order. Now you can actually see exactly how much commission they are taking, and it is pennies. And that, compared to other platforms, is such a pro because it enables you to trade a lot during the day. So that's why I like using Robinhood for day trading. You're not losing a lot on commission fees. I already went into how user-friendly it is, and when I'm talking about how user-friendly it is, I'm talking about the app. I find the desktop version or the website version to be still user-friendly, but I prefer the app all day long. Another thing that is great about Robinhood is that they allow anybody to trade options. It's very easy to get into trading options. That could be a good thing or a bad thing, but anybody can trade options on the Robinhood platform, so it's very beginner friendly. Next, let's talk about Webull. So Webull is also another trading platform that claims commission free. However, it is a micro fee. They do take something. It's just so small. It's pennies as well. Honestly, I have not looked into detail of the contract to see if they show it on there or not, but the app is free to download. It's free to use. Same thing with Robinhood as well. Webull is the second app that I tried. At first, when I first tried it, I did not like it. Coming from Robinhood to Webull, I found it to be more difficult for no reason. It's not as beginner friendly as Robinhood, I will say that, but it's not as advanced as some other platforms. It just takes a little bit longer to understand it. However, if you start with Webull and then transfer over to Robinhood, you should be A-okay, because Webull is a more difficult learning curve, in my opinion, and that may just be a personal thing, but I find that it does have a lot of information on there. There's a lot of indicators on their charts. Now, Webull's charting platform is superior to Robinhood. Webull's charts are so nice, so advanced. You can add indicators, you can add alerts. I mean, it's really, really advanced. It's almost as good as TradingView, but not as good as TradingView. But it's almost as good as TradingView, and I really love the Webull charts, but I find it to be a little bit too cluttered and too small when I'm looking at my phone screen, so I like using it on the desktop. Now, speaking of desktop, I absolutely love using Webull's desktop version. Webull's desktop version is so good, and this is the platform that I use for scalping. Why? Because they have something called Active Trader. Active Trader is a system within their desktop version. It's only on a desktop version. It enables you to see the charts on the screen. You can have multiple charts on one screen, and you're able to get in and out with one click by clicking on the screen. Very, very good for scalping. I have an entire tutorial, in-depth tutorial on how to set up and use Active Trader on Webull, and I have that in my Options University course, so I highly recommend checking that out. That section is really good for anyone that wants to do scalping. Just that one click in, one click out, it just saves so much time on being able to secure your profits and or stop your losses. And speaking of stop loss, Webull has a very easy stop loss function where Robinhood does not. And so for sure, if you are a dedicated scalper, if that is your strategy, I would 100% recommend you try out Webull, and specifically Webull Active Trader. I find it to be the best and low-cost way to scalp. And I love how you can also set up your stop loss and take profits automatically for each trade that you take. It'll already have it set up. So if you know that your strategy involves you having a 15% stop loss and a 30% take profit, you can set up your take profit goal and your stop loss automatically. You don't have to set it up every time. You don't have to type it in every time. So efficient. So efficient for scalping. So I can't stress that enough. If you are a scalper, I definitely recommend Webull as your platform. Not only is the Active Trader just amazing, but it's also super, super low cost, micro cost, commission free, however you want to word it. So you're going to be saving a lot of money, and who doesn't love that? Another thing Webull has over Robinhood actually is that Webull has paper trading. So paper trading is when you can trade the real market with fake money. So you can buy contracts that are readily available on the real markets in real time, but you cannot withdraw any money or any profits that you've made because you're trading with fake cash. But this gives you such practice and comfortability with the markets before just jumping in with real money. Robinhood doesn't have that. Robinhood does not have paper trading. I hope that in the future they will, but as of right now, they don't. So Webull is king for scalping, in my opinion, and Robinhood is king for long holds and day trades. Now, next, I'm gonna touch on TD Ameritrade. I just listed my two kings. Honestly, I'm not a TD Ameritrade fan. I'm not a fan. This segment's going to be really short. I do not recommend TD Ameritrade. I think that, one, it's not beginner friendly. It's not even really intermediate friendly. They charge a lot per contract, okay? I think it's 65 cents per contract, which is just ridiculous in my opinion when you have so many micro fee / commission free platforms out nowadays. Desktop version is not my favorite. Their app is definitely not my favorite. Now, the one thing I will say that I like about TD Ameritrade is their charts. I think their charts are great, but I find that a lot of the other things are not a pro in my opinion with TD Ameritrade. I know a lot of old school traders just swear up and down by TD Ameritrade, but I have not found the value in it. And so maybe in the future that'll change, but I've been trading for 3 years now. I've tried to go to TD Ameritrade twice, and I just don't find it to be something that I align with. So I don't recommend TD Ameritrade, especially if you're just starting out. But I will say, if you do get started on TD Ameritrade, it'll be so easy for you to transfer over to pretty much any other platform, because if you can master TD Ameritrade's platform, any other platform is easy, breezy, lemon squeezy, okay? So I will say that your learning curve will be much smoother if you do start on TD Ameritrade. But if you haven't started on TD Ameritrade and you're thinking about it, I say don't even worry about it. So yeah, those are my opinions on how to choose the right broker and which brokers I recommend for your stock options trading. If this video helped you in any way, please give it a thumbs up. Comment any comments down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.